Heaven or hell? What do you choose? And I'm not saying the place that you go after you die. Watch to see what it means and what do you daily do to find yourself in either one of them. Hi, I am Ella Badura. I have a few titles, including entrepreneur, author, songwriter, life coach, healer. But you know what? It all boils down to one: master of heartbreak and heart healing. I am here to guide you to understand yourself better, to heal your past and all your relationships, and create a joyful new life.com. Here comes the geek. Today's topic is not really about heaven or hell as a religious place that we end up going depending how we lived our lives. Today, we will discuss experiencing our lives. Tony Robbins said in one of his interviews, "You don't experience the life. You experience the life you focus on." Again, you don't experience the life. You experience the life you focus on. Do it only if you are not driving while you listen to this video. But if you are not driving, look around and remember everything red around you. Anything with red color in it. Maybe books, some items, fabric, furniture, everything, okay? Look around. Now, close your eyes, keep them closed, and tell me everything you saw that was brown. Aha! Most people laugh nervously at this time when I coach them. And when they open their eyes, of course they can notice plenty of brown around, right? But because they were focused on seeing red, brown went unnoticed. I remember when I was angry at my boyfriend a long time ago, he kept saying, "You only see red." And I must admit, I was seeing red. So thank you for coaching me, even when I didn't know that I was being coached. So the same happens in life. We focus on things that we believe to be true for us, and we don't notice anything outside of it. Heaven and hell are internal states. If we focus only on the bad, the hardship, the failure, the obstacles, the disease, the unfortunate events, fear, pain, ruin, addictions, we live in hell, literally, right now. And if we focus on gossiping about other people and seeing only bad in them, if we focus on how badly they treated us, or what terrible things they have done to us or we have done to them, or how I was a victim in this situation or that situation, we live in hell. It's not, "Oh, geez, if hell is real, I better choose heaven just in case if it exists." It is not so. It's not like that. It's not so much of a choice really as it is aligning ourselves with heaven. It is a choice in letting go of everything that is not coming from love. It's returning back to the truth of who we really are, who we were born to be, and we forgot. We know that anything, even slightly outside of love, is already a step away from heaven. Heaven is a state of mind where you choose to reside, which you align your thoughts, your being, and your doing with. It is a divine peace that each one of us can choose to work towards. And no matter the outer circumstances, we can choose what to believe in, what to focus on. And the more we live from this higher approach, the closer we are to bringing heaven into our reality. And I'm not talking about pretending that the red is the new brown. I am talking about noticing things you want to focus on more often until the other things stop bothering you or fizzle away from your experiences. Our new age saying is where your attention goes, the energy flows. And most teachers, and definitely every fundamental religion, tells us to ignore negatives in our lives. And I say, do not ignore negatives. Do not repress it. Let's say you make a decision. Let's say about addictions. You make a decision. Ooh, I'm gonna fast. And then your ego butts in and says, gosh, I should have eaten first, right? Or I will meditate. Oh, I should sit down more comfortably. Now I'm uncomfortable. Your mind will always butt in. Be honest about things that distract you. Not, no, I must not think about it. It's naughty, it's sinful, it's wrong. It's an old tradition. You try to suppress something to achieve heaven. You push everything down, push everything and everyone away, and you end up even more frustrated. Even the apostles ended up coming back with deeper frustrations when they tried to do it. It serves to be able to own everything that you struggle with. Only then you can make empowered choice. I'm choosing God/love because I have noticed that other alternatives are not important to me anymore. Don't just not have addiction. If it's always at the back of your mind, your ego will say, ooh, how about today? How about now? How about we start tomorrow? Oh, today is not a good day. It is not about extreme avoidance. It's rather, okay, I get it. And it holds no value to me anymore. That is when you make empowered choice. Don't force to be, rather become. Gently climb out with lots of compassion for yourself. So this was about struggling with addiction of various kinds. And yes, we are addicted to gossiping, to worrying, to controlling, to codependence. I have even recorded a video about it. I will attach the link if you want to watch it. So any sort of addiction, you can name it. Anything that we know a loving person would not want to do to themselves or to others. Now, let's switch the gears. Let's take an example of a couple that I wrote about in my book. Wife. She's frustrated with her husband after 10 years of marriage at the time that I wrote the book. He trucked the dirt inside the house and he left stains of spilled tea on the kitchen counter. It was maddening her, and they had many heated arguments about it for many years. And I suggested to her to start making a list of good things that he did on a daily basis for the next 30 days. So she did that, and she was astonished by his input into family and household. She started appreciating him more. And after 30 days, I asked her how many times she noticed him trucking the dirt inside the house or leaving new tea stains on the kitchen counter. And she was scratching her head. She had a hard time recalling it. And it is not surprising at all. She noticed what she focused on. And the more she paid attention to the good things he did, the more she believed that he was doing good things. Such a simple shift in where we can put our attention can turn our personal hell into heaven. And does it mean that the husband stopped making a mess? Well, not necessarily. He may have if they communicated about her need of his shoes being off before entering the house. If she said to him, honey, when you track dirty footprints all over the washed floors, I don't feel appreciated for keeping our house clean for us. I feel that my efforts don't matter. Is that true? What do you think that the husband would answer? Oh, of course your effort matters, honey. I'll take my shoes off. Even if he was dismissive at first and brushed it off. Oh, come on, you're exaggerating. She could say, well, no, I mean it. It really makes me sad to see that I spent time and energy cleaning for us, and I feel that my work is not appreciated. And in turn, it feels that my contributions to this family are not appreciated, that I am not appreciated. What do you think? Is that true? They could have a very loving respecting, and meaningful conversation, turning their hell into heaven. Even if the husband would repeat the unwanted behavior, the wife could add things that she notices he does for them and tells him how much she respects that, how much she appreciates that. And it would be nice if he appreciated her. He would start appreciating her more, and he would gradually do things to please her. Let's say the husband would not regard his wife's attempts of peaceful solution of her personal hell, the state of mind that she lives in, feeling frustrated that he always strikes dirt and leaves stains. So she could do a deep inner work, mirroring triggers that I teach, and understand her inner needs and the root of them. She could then have a different, very deep conversation with her husband, and they could both work on healing, turning their experience of hell into heaven. Look, the higher path is a path less traveled. It requires work on yourself, understanding self, coming from a higher place to communicate with people in our lives, allowing our hearts to open, allowing God to work through us, allowing healing to take place. It also requires self-development, personal growth in areas of courage, clarity, and influence. This is how I tie healing and coaching together with my clients. And let's even go further, okay? And let's assume that the husband would bluntly ignore his wife's communication and he continues disrespecting her contribution. That is the time for her to change her hell into heaven again, but creating boundaries and enforcing them and realizing, no, this is not love. It does not work for me. And I am love. And I am self-worth. And if my husband doesn't see me as such, we need to go our separate ways where he can be who he wants to be. And I can be seen as love and as worth as I am. Personal boundaries are your responsibility. Half of my book is about doing just that. I recommend it if you haven't read it yet, or read someone else's book on personal boundaries. When you think about your own relationships, could be with significant others, could be with your children, friends, pets, work associates, business associates, did you notice that you get from them what you believe is true in them? That's a silly thing that happens. They behave towards us differently than they have behaved towards others. So the next time you have a chance to observe any person in your life, pay attention to that. People and animals behave in a way that we expect them to behave. And we notice that we focus on it and nothing else. So I have a challenge for you today. Give everyone Aristotle's tabula rasa. Tabula rasa. That means a clean slate. Yes, even people who piss you off for the past 10, 20, 30 years. And I will tell you why to do that. We are all subconsciously connected one to another. We are one living and breathing organism. We are connected to all the things, all the living beings. But of course, you are more likely sensing only connections to people or animals who are in your life. And because we are all connected on invisible, spiritual, subconscious level, we are capable of reading other people. We are like antennas emitting frequency, and it's picked up by other beings, not only humans. Have you ever met a new person, right? Completely new person, a stranger, and immediately you felt dislike of them? You expected the person to be snobbish or mean or whatever, and sure enough, this is exactly how this person showed up for you. or an example of an animal. So, do you know that majority of dog bites happen to people who are frantically afraid of dogs? And because they are fearful, they show aggression towards a dog in their vicinity, right? And dog feels that it needs to defend itself and bites that person. But did you notice that the same dog shows a completely different behavior towards people who approach him with care, with love, gentleness, kindness, knowing that this dog is most likely scared, especially if it's running alone trying to find home. So back to our challenge. Give everyone a clean slate. Yes, even to a person who is a thorn in your life. Don't expect the worst from them based on the past. Have only an internal high level of expectation of them, and they will rise up to those expectations. Communicate it to them. Expect them to show up with love and also show up as love. Create your own heaven on earth. Convert every hellish circumstances to heavenly outcomes through personal development, inner work, counseling, coaching, and healing. And if that person will not grow with you, will not treat you with love as love, choose to love yourself. Set them free to be who they want to be. And you be who you know you are. And that is a whole person. Love, joy, harmony, peace. In other word, you are in state of heaven. This is just one simple example of relationship dynamics, okay? But what happens with the rest of our lives? In finances, in health, in business or our jobs, in our surroundings, even in our own talents. What about news? Or what about what happens in your community, in the world? What do you focus on? Do you experience heaven or hell in those areas of life? You have a choice to align with what you want to experience in life, because you have a choice to focus on what you want. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, the one that is inside your mind, inside your heart. And the key to that is a gratitude. If you focus on gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness for something that is working for you, that is good for you, that you discovered about you and your growth or others or the world, you will start focusing on what matters to you. And gradually, you will notice that you indeed choose to be in heaven and not in hell. You stop fighting for what doesn't align with you. You release it. You let it go. And you let it be. And you let God in. Because God means love. So that's all for today. Did you like this episode? If you did, click like, thumbs up, subscribe. Share this video with other people who will appreciate this message. Go to my website to find out more. Although right now my website is under construction because I'm changing many things. But anyways, if you're interested in getting a free copy of my book, an ebook, email me. There is my email on the website as well. And meanwhile, just be good, be great, choose heaven on earth and stop living hell. All right, bye.